Okay, let's get into it. A yoga session for a tight and stiff lower back. Right now, even I'm struggling with a disc injury in my lower back, which is literally making my right foot be really numb. I don't know how much you can see in the camera here, but I can't lift my right toes as much as I can my left toes. And so right now, this is a perfect kind of session that I'll be doing to get a little bit of movement into my spine and a little bit of blood flow into the back muscles without creating any more damage or pushing the joints any further than is necessary when you have an injury. But I would do this kind of session also on recovery days, after long runs, after hard martial arts sessions, after hard lifting sessions. This is the kind of session I would do to just get some movement into my lower back. So get yourself comfortable. Get yourself settled, please. Make sure that you've turned your phone on silent. Make sure that you've set aside some space for yourself, and make sure that this next 30 minutes or so is dedicated time where you are away from your normal schedules, your normal tasks, your normal responsibilities. Try to see this practice of yoga as more than just movements in the body. And even if you are not the most spiritually inclined, even if you're not the kind of person who believes in meditation and mindfulness, just know that there is real sports science, real science behind down-regulating your nervous system and the effect that has on the physical body too. So try to follow me here, slowing down the breath, and slowing down the mind. And what does that mean? It sounds like such almost a wishy-washy topic to try because you don't feel like you have an accelerator or a brake on the mind. But what it feels like in practicality is that you are slowing down the rate at which you're taking in the information around you. So try to follow it. Try to feel all of the different stimulus that are around you. The sounds in your environment. Feel the points of contact with the ground. Feel the sense of the touch of the clothes on the skin. Feel the touch of the air on the skin. Feel the shape of the body in its entirety. And as you feel that shape of your body, can you feel how it is gently moving with the breath? It is expanding and contracting as you breathe. Even when you are still, there is a flow and a rhythm to the body. Gradually start to increase that depth of breath, just a little bit, piece by piece here. Millimeter by millimeter, a few fractions of a second longer on your inhale and on your exhale. And this is important, trust me, even if you are only here for the flexibility of your body, trust me that bringing your nervous system to a calmer place helps you learn how to stretch the body further. And especially on a recovery session like this, and actually on all yoga sessions, whatever pose, whatever transition, whatever shape we're going to try to create with the body now, I would like you to try to maintain this sense of awareness and perception in the breath and body throughout. Take a deep breath in through the nose, please. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Gently start to open your eyes. Bring your hands down by your side. Let's keep the rhythm of the movement slow here. Start to bring the hands high over the head. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, bring the hands down. Reach the hands overhead. As you're doing this, try to maintain a really good neutral spine position. So the spine isn't flexing, the lower back isn't sitting backwards here. Hands come down as you exhale. Then inhale, hands lift. As you exhale, start to take a side bend to your left side here. So open side body stretch. Really try to feel the sides of the rib cage, sides of the obliques, even as that lap attaches down the side of the body into the lower back here. Each breath stretching, each breath gently opening up the rib cage a little further. Then inhale, hands come through center. Exhale, side bend to the second side. Then inhale. Exhale, long, deep breaths here. We're just taking the spine at the initial part of the practice through a few different patterns. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, press the hands down. Your spine is such a functional area of the body. Inhale, hands lift. So many different movement patterns, different to the knees, the elbows. Start to rotate here to your left side. Chest lifting, midsection rotating here. So trying to rotate to the point at which you can keep the lower back extended. You can push the tailbone into the floor. And you can also pull the shoulder blades back and down so they're not higher by the ears. So your whole spine is trying to get a level of extension as you rotate over to your left side. And breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation here. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, rotate, second side. So here that left hand is coming across your right thigh. And I am mirroring you if you're watching this, so you can watch straight onto your laptop or your phone. Obviously, my right hand is going across my left thigh at the minute, which makes it more complicated for me to teach, but it's easier for you to follow along. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the rotation. Inhale, hands lifted. Exhale, press the hands down, cross-legged, seated forward fold here. Letting the chin tuck in, letting your forehead fall forward. And it might feel that you can't really get very far forward. That's fine, just allow your spine to sink and move to the position that is most comfortable for you here. On days like this, which are more recovery focused, if your lower back is hurting, if you have an injury, if you are struggling with recovery, then it's really important to work at a perception level that feels quite easy. Slowly start to lift yourself up. Change the legs round. So if your right leg was in front, left leg's going to come in front now. Start to fold yourself forward again. It makes the tiniest bit of difference when you cross the legs over differently, but I guess every now and again it's worth it to add it into the practice. Then in the lower back, gently loosen with every exhale. Every exhale, practice that skill of releasing muscles that feel excessively tight. It's a skill that you can learn. There is a holding pattern which is happening from your nervous system, and learning how to connect with that part of your nervous system, learning how to practice the art of feeling a muscle be contracted and feeling it lengthen. Slowly start to lift yourself up. Bring the hands in and behind the body. External rotation of your upper arm, so your fingertips face backwards. Pinch your shoulder blades back and down. Extend through the upper back. Now create some space here in your rib cage and your stomach and breathe deep. In and out, letting the stomach and the belly button move in and out. You know, you spend so much time in your day holding your stomach tight, wearing tight clothes, sitting all day. It's important that in the early parts of your practice, or at least a few times a day, you have an opportunity to really purposely breathe deep to the bottom of your stomach. And then start to shift your weight forward here. Walk forwards with the hands. Take the feet out around hip width or slightly wider. Okay, so we're continuing now, just taking the spine through a few different patterns, a few key patterns which are going to help mobilize and get blood flow through the area. Take a deep breath into the top, extend the spine. Exhale, flex the spine, tailbone tucking under, chin tucking in, forehead coming down. Inhale, shoulder blades pull back and down, extend from the upper back. Exhale, flex and round the entire spine, chin tucks in, forehead comes forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale and flex. Inhale, extending. Exhale and flex. Last one here. Inhale, extend the spine, chest lifting. Then exhale, come to a neutral spine position. Start to slide your legs around the side and meet me in a tabletop position. Okay, so hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Get a little bit of blood moving through your wrists and your forearms here. Now, it's something that if you are going to practice yoga continuously, if you are going to do gymnastics, if you're going to do any kind of calisthenics, any kind of martial arts, I mean, the list goes on how important your hand strength, your wrist strength, and your forearm strength is. So, especially as we come into lizard poses today, there's going to be some time where you're on your forearms and on your hands, and We never want your hands and your wrists to become a limiting factor for how much you can practice yoga. So it's important to warm them up, and it's important to progressively warm them up week by week. Get a little bit stronger each week that you're shifting the weight around. You're controlling more of your weight through the fingertips, through the hands, through the forearms here. Turn the fingertips out towards the sides of your mat. Shift the weight around. It's just not something that's done regularly. I mean, fucking hell. The most people move their hands now is, or most people train their hands now is if they go to the gym, they'll grip weights. But apart from that, it's scrolling on your phone, clicking your mouse, typing away at your keyboard. Turn the fingertips back towards the knees. We just don't spend a lot of time on our hands anymore. We don't do a lot of work with our hands anymore. And when people first start doing yoga with me, a lot of the things they really struggle with is just the ache and the lack of strength they have in their wrists and their hands. Turn the backs of the hands down here. Now, this can be a really, really tight stretch on your forearms. This isn't accessible for a lot of people. Well, most people in my yoga classes when they come to do them. So start by walking your hands closer towards your knees. So more of your weight, look, pretty much here, I can be on my knees without any weight on my hands whatsoever, okay? So most of the weight is on my knees here. Then start to externally rotate your upper arm. Over the weeks, over the months, over the years even, you can start to get to the point where you can get your forearms further forward and get more weight on the back of your wrist, but don't be a hero. Don't try to push this one too quickly to this point. Bring the hands down flat again. Good. Shake them out if you need, one at a time. So wrist a little bit warm, forearms a little bit warmer. Let's start to move through our cat-cow movement. So flexion, extension of your spine. As you inhale, extend the spine, tailbone lifts, forehead lifts. Exhale and flex the spine. Oh my God, my abs are killing me. Inhale, extend, tailbone lifts, forehead lifts. Exhale, flex the spine, round the back, pull the belly button in. Inhale, extend, squeeze all the muscles of your posterior chain, shoulders pulling away from your ears. Exhale, flex. I'm just getting back into ring training and this movement is killing my abs at the minute. Inhale, extend, look up. Exhale, neutral position with the spine. Untuck the toes if they're tucked under. Start to sink the hips back for child's pose. And let's let the spine settle here. Let's let your forehead sink to the ground. Hopefully that microphone isn't making noise as it's rustling against my beard. We'll find out. Breathing. Even as you are still trying to feel how much movement there is in the body. You can feel your rib cage rising and falling. You can feel the lower back rising and falling as you are staying still in the pose. Your next inhale, let's start to shift the weight forward, please. Find the tabletop position again. Okay. Bring your right hand here. So I'm not mirroring you, so we'll both be doing the same hand. Right hand underneath the eye line. Left hand, okay, starts to lift up high towards the ceiling, finding a sky reach. Now, naturally, as you lift the left hand up, your hips are going to fall off towards the left side to let the left hand get as high as you can. And that's fine, I guess. It's okay. You're going to get a good amount of stretch with your sky reach. But if you can, I would like you to try to keep your hips where they are. They don't move to the side whatsoever. They stay locked. Lower pelvis area stays locked. And the upper body creates rotation, even if that means you rotate less. Good. So then exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, rotate, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle and hold here. Same thing, shoulders trying to stack on the same line as each other roughly, without my hips falling off to the right side here. And hold that position there. As you're holding that position, I'm going to quickly adjust this mic because I have a feeling it's making loads of noise as it bangs against my chest. I do apologize if that's been happening. I'm still new to all this YouTube stuff. Then from here, slowly start to release that rotation. Left hand comes underneath the eye line. Lock the knees and hips in that place. They're not going to move. So as you lift the right hand up, the hips will want to fly off towards the right side to help you because you're fixated on getting the hand up. The hand is the last part. We want to focus on those shoulders trying to stack on the same line as each other. And that's happening. A little bit of lat contraction, oblique contraction. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. My God, am I tight on this side? Last one, I think. Inhale, sky reach. You may have done one more on this side. Exhale, thread the needle. And hold here. Upper shoulder relaxing, upper back relaxing. Then slowly start to release that rotation, please. Hands come underneath the shoulder line again. Start to sink the hips back, child's pose. So we'll be coming back to this child's pose position continuously. Nice deep breaths. Slow, purposeful deep breaths. Forehead can come to the ground if you need. From here, let's start to shift the weight forward, please. Kneeling plank position. So, kneeling plank position, your body's gonna come forward slightly here. Okay, as you lower yourself down, everyone who comes to my classes, I have to teach them to not let their hips come down first, because then we essentially go through cobra, and then I really shit press up down to the floor. Lower body, upper body, locked in one straight line. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, elbows stay tight to the body, let the chest come to the ground. Inhale for baby cobra position. Hold here. Anytime you're taking back extensions, even in this baby cobra position, your hands aren't really doing much. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back muscles, the lats, the rear delts, doing a lot of work to extend the spine here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, push to kneeling plank. Exhale, child's pose again. So back extension, then back flexion. Pointy back, round back. Start to shift your weight forward here, please. Good. From here, start to step your right foot wide of your right hand for lizard lunge. When you get to your lizard lunge position, start to just move the hips forwards and backwards. And what you're trying to do here is get a little bit of blood moving through your hamstrings. We haven't really done anything very weight bearing on the legs today, and we're not going to be doing a lot weight bearing on the legs. So we want to get some blood moving through the hamstring, through your glutes, before we start to hold any deeper stretches. As you're moving here, what I want you thinking about doing is try not to just make the shape. So your body, if you think about making a shape, your hips will kind of fly off to the left and right all the time. You want to be
actively feeling how the movement of your quad, the movement of your hamstring is making you move forwards and backwards. That's the top of your thigh, the bottom, the back of your leg. How those muscles getting longer and shorter are pulling and pushing you forward and backwards. And then once you get the feel of that movement, start to flex and extend your spine. So round your back, extend the back, straighten the back as you move forwards and backwards. I'm not using too much force or too much energy with this. Good. Then start to hold your lizard lunge towards the top end of your mat. Extending the spine, straightening out the back, or what feels like straightening out the back. Shoulders away from your ears, please, if they're up. Breathe. Deep belly breaths, belly moving in and out as you breathe. Good. From here, plant the left hand down. Inhale, right hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. So your right forearm coming down towards the floor. It doesn't need to touch if you can't get it there yet. Inhale, right hand sky reach. Gentle movement. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Next inhale, right hand sky reach. Then from here, reach towards the back of the room. Try to pull your right shoulder away from your right ear. Almost like your right bicep is facing up towards the ceiling, not down. Good. From here, if you have it in your practice, lift the left foot up. Now, a lot of people don't. If not, just skip this pose for now, okay, and we'll come to it in the future. You'll be totally fine just holding this position. Pull the left foot up. Pull the left heel in towards the glutes. Stretch out for your quad and hip flexor here. Really, really important. That front of your thigh, the front of the left thigh here, that muscle goes all the way around and connects into the lower back. And when it's tight, it can cause a lot of issues there. Deep hip flexor, psoas major stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left foot comes down. Right hand comes over. Shake out your left wrist if you need. I'm trying to keep this beginner friendly, so that left wrist might be getting a little sore and tired here. Left hand comes back down when you're ready. Right foot, internal rotation, external rotation of your hip. Now lucky for you, you're not in a yoga class, you're on an online video. So you can pause the video at any point and practice each pose for as long as you need to. That's the point of this. It's the beauty of doing this online stuff, I've noticed, is that you don't need to work at my pace, you can work at your pace. You can pause the video at any point, spend longer in a pose, move faster past a pose if that's right for you. Good. Hold the knee on the external rotation position. So knife edge of your right foot, right hand on the inside of your right foot, internal rotation of your right shoulder. Push the knee away, look over to your left side. Good. Then from here, release that rotation. Right hand down, right leg slides back, sink the hips back for child's pose. Give your left wrist a chance to rest here if you need. More importantly as well, get some weight off the knee, the left knee that is. Let the hips sink back, let the lower back relax. Then from here, start to shift your weight forward. Left foot comes wide of your left hand. Move the hips forwards and backwards, please. Same thing as on the other side. Flexing, extending through the quad. Flexing, extending through the hamstring, getting some blood flow through that left leg. Actively moving and trying to feel How far can you get the leg bent? How far can you get the leg straight without the hips moving left or right? That's a real good barometer. Then hold your lizard lunge towards the front position. Pushing forward, squeezing the glutes, extending the spine, shoulders moving away from the ears. Deep breaths here. Stomach purposely moving in and out as you breathe. Then from here, plant the right hand down. Next inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale and thread the needle. Inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left hand sky reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Then inhale, sky reach, then reach towards the back of the room. Left bicep facing up towards the ceiling, left shoulder away from your left ear. Pull the right foot in. Hold on with your left hand. Squeeze the heel into the glutes, and oh my, I do not have as much range on this side as the other side. And that might be normal for you as well. Just ease into it. Breathe into it. Purposely taking deep breaths as you feel that deep stretching sensation. Sending the signal to the body for the muscles to relax. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the right foot come down. Bring the left hand over. Shake out the right wrist if you need. Right hand comes to the ground. Left hand on the inside of the left leg here. Internal rotation of your left shoulder. Push the left knee away from you. Good. Oh, I forgot a whole section. Sorry. Internal rotation. External rotation of your left hip. Even when I'm recording it online, I forget poses. Very good, Gagan. Internal rotation, external rotation of the hip. Good. From here, hold it on the external rotation. Now, internal rotation of your left shoulder. So your left foot is on the knife edge here. Push the left knee away from you. Look over to the right side. Breathe. And slowly release that position. Left hand down. Left knee slides back. Or sink the hips back for child's pose. Are there any yoga teachers that are struggling with their mobility as much as me? Breathe. Sink. Two more poses, two more simple poses, one each side. Let's shift your weight forward here. Right knee slides forward. We're going to find pigeon pose. So, right knee roughly on the inside of the right thumb. Okay? For some people, it's going to be in line with your right wrist. For some people, it's going to be outside the line of the right wrist. Okay? So, for some people out here, that's also fine. It depends on your hip mobility. Honestly, there's no right or wrong with this. A limiting factor you should look for. Does your knee really hurt? Right? If your knee hurts, your ankle really hurts, we need to make some adjustments to this and move the knee around till it feels comfortable and only push as low as your knee feels comfortable. Use that as your limiting factor. Once you're comfortable, let the hips sink back. Get a sense for your weight coming back into this glute first. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let the body fold forward. Oh, my piriformis is very tight. Let the head come down. Now, ideally, I want your head and neck to be relaxed. So normally my head can sit on the floor. But with this injury, I'm needing to make a pillow with my hands here, and that's totally fine. And you've got to remember, for most people, anyone who does have lower back tightness, lower back pain, you want to make sure your glutes are appropriately stretched. And we say glutes, that's your butt muscles, for those of you who don't know. We say glutes, and we kind of mean this all-encompassing area, but that has so many different parts of it. We have glute max, glute med, the piriformis. Even I would even say the TFL muscles and parts of the IT band kind of feel like your glutes sometimes. And so we want to make sure that these areas are appropriately stretched, appropriately loosened, because they're so powerful and so complex, and they have a real damaging effect on your lower back when they are tight. Slowly start to shift your weight back, please. Look up for a second here, straighten out the back. Start to shift the weight back, then right knee comes back. Last pose for today. Left knee slides forward, set up your pigeon pose on this side. Get a sense of your weight coming back into that left glute. Find where that is for you. Find where that correct knee position is for you first. There's no rush to get to the bottom here. And what you're going to find is on different days, you might need a different knee position. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the chest come down. Ooh. Get the head and neck relax. Maybe with two hands underneath the forehead. Maybe with your arms fully extended. And obviously, I don't have that in my practice today. Try to feel that line of fascia, that connective tissue that is running from the back of your neck, literally, through the spine, through the lower back, through to the glutes, the hamstrings. And this is important. Learn how to get a sense of taking away a contraction. When you're in the gym, you have to learn the mind-muscle connection of engaging and making a muscle shorter. And in yoga, we have an aspect of that for sure, but a lot of the time we want to learn how to reverse that contraction, because it's happening without you deciding. Slowly start to lift yourself back up. Get to the top part of that pigeon, extend the spine, look up, big stretch through quad, hip flexor, lower abs. Then shift the weight back here. Shake out the spine a little bit here, shake out the hips. Then find a comfortable seat, or lay yourself down flat on your back. Final down regulation here. Let the body settle. You know, for some of you that was a nice recovery stretch. For some of you watching this video, that may have been a really, really tight, deep opening of the hips, the lower back, even the thoracic spine. Whatever level that felt like for you, whatever your experience is within yoga, whatever your experience is within athletics, learn to have this time here at the end, which is for complete downregulation of your nervous system. Are you letting the practice sink in? Are you letting the muscles no longer be pulled or pushed or contorted, and the back no longer twisted and flexed, and you're letting the floor completely take your weight? And trust me, even after years and years of practicing yoga, this is still something that I and other yoga teachers have to practice with real intent. How to trust the process of yoga. Now your legs fall heavy into the ground. Let go of the arms, let go of the muscles in your spine and the neck and the head. Feel your body dissolving and melting into the ground. If you can't envision that, feel your body deflating, all the air leaving. Every time you exhale, a little more air is leaving the body. Piece by piece, muscle by muscle.